Welcome to today's video, and in this video what we will be talking about is mindfulness what skills. We have already practiced mindfulness, and as we know, mindfulness is nothing but being present and fully aware in this one moment. There are three specific what skills that can be used when we are practicing mindfulness, and the first one is called observe, because in this skill what you're doing is observing, which is nothing but simply noticing the different things that are going on in and around you in one present moment. It is paying attention to all the information that is coming in through your senses, and in one present moment we can observe things like sights, sounds, tastes, things that you can touch, smells, sensations, as well as your thoughts or feelings. Observing is just noticing the sensory information that you are receiving without adding any words or trying to change or add anything to what you are noticing. So you can try this by noticing what are the sensations that you are experiencing in your body right now. So you could notice the tightness, the pressure, the movement, or different sensations in your body like warmth, coldness. Practice observing this for a couple of seconds. And now we can move on to the next skill, that is describe. So in describing, what do is we describe what we have observed by putting words to the experience without adding any judgments or interpretations or anything other than what we have observed at the level of our sensations. So we say that you cannot describe what you haven't observed, right? And if you were to describe the sensations in your body, you may say that you're feeling a tightness in your chest, or you're feeling some constriction in your nostrils. So this may seem pretty straightforward, but from a very young age we are always taught to judge our experiences by thinking of them as something that's good or bad, or as right or wrong. And in the describe skills, what we intend to do is to be able to get away from these learnings and get away from attaching these judgments to the things that we are describing by only sticking to what we have observed. So because of this, what ends up happening is we cannot describe things, and instead what we do is we will always have these thoughts about what is good or bad that has potentially gone through your mind, and this causes a problem when we are trying to describe our emotions and when we are trying to describe our feelings. So for example, if you are experiencing the feeling of sadness, you may tell yourself that this is the worst thing that has happened to you. So we have not been able to describe our feeling as what we are feeling. However, we have attached a judgment to it. We may progress to later feel that it will never get better and we will never be able to get out of this worst feeling. So by using describe, what we can do is we can shift out of this narrative and we can start by describing only what we have observed as something that we are feeling or we are going through. And once you start doing that, you can even notice the difference in your own reaction when you're practicing this skill. So this brings us to the third skill, which is participate. This is throwing yourself into whatever it is that you're doing in that present moment and becoming one with the experience, which is the opposite of multitasking. So multitasking would be when you're trying to do too many things at the same time. And by letting go of the self-conscious criticism and by letting go of worry about what you should be doing, instead, in participate, what you will be doing is you will be focusing and immersing yourself in whatever it is that you are doing in that moment by fully participating in it. So for example, if you are attending a session, put that phone away, put away everything else that is in your hand, and just participate and do justice to whatever it is that you are currently attending to, without planning or worrying or thinking about the next moment or what are the other things that are also some things that you could be doing right now. Participating will involve writing out urges to do anything else and refocusing yourself back on this one moment where you're doing whatever it is that you can do. So, it may help you to carry a brain dump sheet in this moment. So, when you're participating, now for example, in this skill training videos, so you could have a brain dump sheet on you, and whatever it is that, what are the other tasks that have come up, whatever are the other things that you've had the urge to suddenly do, can all go into your brain dump, and that will enable you to participate in the current thing better, because these are the thoughts and ideas that you're not going to lose out on as they are present on your brain dump sheet. So this could be a small tip that you could try out while practicing participate. And now that we are at the end of this video, you could go through the handout and go through the worksheet and come up with a few practice ideas for practicing these mindfulness skills.